Day in the market. It is a very eventful day over here. Markets were looking like they wanted to trade a lot higher here, but again, as we were talking about in the private stream this morning, you got to be very, very careful when markets go vertical like this, taking new positions. So it looks like this is the reaction that we were expecting off of that tariff news, but I don't see anything yet coming through the feed here. Maybe it's this. Nope. Yeah, we're starting to break down over here. Let's see. The only thing I see is oil news. I have not seen anything about these new tariff rates or the letters that we were supposed to be getting. But when we all think about what's occurring right now in the market, ladies and gentlemen, all this is a delay to negotiate more to get better rates. That's all this is. So again, the market can move all over the place, do whatever it needs to do. But in the meantime, we're just going to keep identifying solid setups and then go from there. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of day again. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, would love to receive some good mornings over here. If you guys are new to the group, new to the stream, let me know. I'd love to welcome you guys in here. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys are dropping likes on the stream. It costs you nothing to do it, but it helps me out a whole lot. Spreading these streams out to as many people who actually want to learn. Again, we've got that 100 like goal on the stream today. Let's see if we can hit it. Let's kind of see where this market wants to go here. We got a lot of interesting moves happening. So again, ANET's looking pretty good, selling off now though. Yeah, I really don't see any news on this. There's no news on this drop here. They could just be front running the announcement of these new tariff rates, but I don't really see much. And then when you look at the market from just on the larger time frame, again, ES, all it's doing is just consolidating on top of the 10 exponential moving average here. Nothing. So let's see what we got in here so far. We got Eddie, Daily, Taylor, Matt, Michael, Dr. Bob, David, GC. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Don't be a slacker on the like button. Let's do it. So, yeah, I mean, I think rates are coming down today. Are they moving back up? No, rates coming down. That's a good sign. I might cut this AV go here. Let's see. Get this out of here. Might give it a minute here. I don't really see anything on the feed that's causing this drop here. This could just be market ripped up. Now it's coming back down. For those of you guys that were on the private stream this morning, this is exactly what we were talking about. When the market starts going vertical like this, you have to be very, very, very careful, especially when you start wicking these types of levels right here, like these prior highs. But again, now that the market's kind of gotten this out of its system here, now it's just going to be all about like hunting through the newsfeed and seeing what we get. NVIDIA, first company ever today to be worth $4 trillion. That's crazy. Let's see. I don't see anything on the actual main Twitter feed. I mean, let me check this. Is it crude inventories that's moving this? All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, good morning, everybody. Very, very interesting week so far. There hasn't been a whole lot going on just in terms of like nice sustained moves. So again, we're just going to keep waiting. Where's TTD actually? Yeah, it still looks good. ANET still looks really good here. I mean, again, I don't like that wick, but things can always change. I do have another one that I'm looking at here. This one. Where did Microsoft? Oh, another really good example, guys. For those of you guys that are just in one year, out the other, don't buy gap ups. This is something we were talking about on the stream this morning today. It's like, guys, when I outline levels for you guys and then we gap over them, that means you don't touch them because you're not breaking the level, like when you see it happen. So again, I was getting a little spicy on the morning stream with everybody because I thought I saw somebody being like, oh, I bought Starbucks above the high. No, don't do that. If you want to do typical retail trader nonsense, this is not the place for you. So where's NVIDIA right now? Is NVIDIA losing it here? A little bit, but nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Again, as always, any tickers you guys want me to take a look at, anything about the market that you want me to cover, trading, investing, anything. That's what I'm here to do for you guys. But let's see. I really, there's nothing on the feed right now. I don't see anything. It's just oil. That's all it is. So, I mean, ain't that looking good? I don't like that candle, though. That's the issue with this. So, I might end up just, like, killing the position at some point today. Because those are not bullish candles. We got to see what happens throughout the rest of the day, though. Still very green on it. Or, I mean, mildly green on it. Yeah, mildly green. Those contracts really aren't moving very much. But let's see what happens to this market here. Let's see. Yeah, the sellers really stepped up there. Yeah. Nice. I mean, there's not really a whole lot to do here. You just kind of wait. I mean, if you look at, this is what we were talking about earlier, if you guys weren't paying attention. All we're doing is just consolidating right on top of the 10 exponential moving average. That's all this market is doing here. The excuse can be tariffs, but I think at this point, we all know what's going to happen. And it was reiterated by Navarro this morning when he came out, which was actually one of the main reasons, I think, why the market was moving up so aggressively. If I can go back and find this. Here it is. Navarro says markets understand trade letters are negotiations. Let's see. Not looking great. Yeah, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It could always start ramping back up, though. With the market doing this, though, probably not. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens to it. Market doing that? Yeah, I'm probably getting out of that. Yeah. It's weird, though. No, I don't see any news on the feed here. Market's just being silly today. Yep, no thanks. Definitely keeping ANET, though. I really like ANET. But that's the thing with all-time highs. And like what I was talking about with you guys earlier, it's like, well, if you're going to see these breaks at all-time highs, there's a couple of different ways that you can manage them. It's one, you can trade them with smaller size and a lot less time so you can catch the burst, or you have to get a lot more time so that the contracts aren't going to be as volatile. It's very similar to how I was talking about Palantir with you guys. Like if you look at Palantir back in here, when we were looking at this setup, it looked really good. We were like, oh, Palantir looks great. This is an interesting setup that we need to look for. But the context of what you're looking at is very, very, very important. Like I would not trade, and this is something I told the group. I was like, I'm not going to be touching anything on Palantir here because the moves to the upside at all-time highs with an incredibly stretched valuation, it's probably going to be a lot more choppy, which is exactly what we ended up seeing. So then now, though, it is looking a lot better. So what did I say in the YouTube videos? If you can move up through this 10 exponential moving average, start to use this area, the 10 EMA as a level of support, and begin to consolidate, you easily could see a nice break to the upside into these highs, which that move I actually would be a lot more interested in than this one. Because just think about it. Like Palantir is doing everything they need to do in order to better themselves fundamentally as a business, but the stock is wildly overvalued. Wildly. So when you see these moves into the highs, like smart investors are going to be like, all right, this is time to take some profits on this thing, which is why you're going to see that volatility at those highs. What's up with Sofi? I don't know. Let's take a look. Very similar to what we were talking about yesterday on Sofi, the way that this candle started to look, the daily candle on the stream, I was like, yeah, that's probably going to be it for Sofi until earnings. That is not a bullish candle that you were seeing on Sofi there. So, again, it's up super significantly. You guys were paying attention. You were able to catch that weekly breakout that I handed out for everybody in the YouTube videos. Now there's nothing to do with it. Now there's nothing to do on Sofi. But yeah, keep smacking that like button on the way in, team. We actually might be able to hit the 100 like goal today. But again, just thinking about these trade negotiations and what's most likely going to happen moving forward, they're going to come to some sort of agreement here. TTD? I don't know. What's it doing? It still looks good. Still looks good. Will it go down? I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to stay up right now. But again, think about it. Think about it in terms of how, like, I'm looking at this one. Last year, I gave Sofi out to the Less Trades More Profits group at 655. Sofi could drop to 12 right now, and I would not care. I would probably just buy more. This is a long-term investment for me. I don't care what it does in the short term. The thing that most people are always going to mess up when they're new to the market is that they're one, trying to make money too quick, and two, they're not thinking long-term enough. Like, if you want to think short-term, come into the group, and I'm going to show you guys how to nail those short-term moves. But you have to understand what you're doing in the market. Like, if I'm looking at Sofi in terms of, like, a long-term investment, it's all thesis-driven. Like, I'm going to look at the chart for the entry, which is how I'm able to nail these entries for you guys and give them out at such great levels. But once we're in it and it's going, it's all thesis driven. If the thesis remains intact, we don't touch anything. Seeing these nice moves up are great. But now what I'm really looking towards is, okay, what are they actually going to unveil at their next earnings? Like, what are they going to say? Are they getting the user growth or the member growth that they need? What are they planning on doing with crypto? What is that going to do for the revenues moving forward? Seeing Sofi being up so much in the last couple of weeks here, it's great, but like, this isn't one that you would buy here. You know? Like, why would you buy this up here? This is like what we were talking about yesterday, being at the back of the line. SoFi's a great example of that right now. It's not one that you buy right now. Market's starting to wick back up a little bit here. Let's see. Yeah, ANET's an interesting one here. I mean, it's got some potential, but semis are kind of fading a little here. Let's see. You're thinking about going into Newsmax right now? Matthew, when have I ever talked about buying a retest? I haven't ever. So I would say you probably missed it. If you want it, just understand the risk that you're taking. Your stop would still be day low. I mean, I'm still in it. I'm going to let that thing go. But it's almost like sometimes like these like questions, sometimes like it's like we're baking a cake, right? So like I'm laying out the recipe for how to bake the cake. And then sometimes you guys are like, what about garlic powder? And it's like, no, hold on, what? You know? Like that's kind of how I think about it sometimes. It's like, what? Hold on, why are you talking about garlic powder? You know? Talking about it every day, just that we don't do it, right? Like everything is set up the way it's supposed to be. If we wanted to do retests, it would be in there. Do I recommend APLD? I don't recommend anything. APLD, I'm pretty sure is garbage, but I'll take a look at it. Garbage. This one's done. This one, I was getting asked about this one in here, and I was like, no. This is not a good chart setup. You do not want to be involved in this one. This one looks like it wants to drop back down to the 200. And I think this is going to be a constant battle with you guys, I think. If you want to have different results than everybody else, guys, you have to think and act differently than they do. So, like, thinking about buying a stock like APLD after it went from 3 to 15, oh, look, it's at 9. It doesn't mean that it's a good buy. Look at this chart in here. This thing looks like it wants to drill. It's over. It doesn't have the hype that it had. And even if it does get the hype again, it's not going to be as good as the hype that it had before. So then you have to be super thesis driven with the investment. And it's like, well, is this going to be one that you want to be involved in? Most likely not. You know? Same thing with Tempest AI. Oh, Nancy Pelosi bought it. Oh, great. This one looks like it wants to break down too. You know? Your success in the market, guys, this is another way to think about this. Your success in the market is going to be directly correlated with how long you can sit there and do nothing. Like I have from an investment perspective, between 5 and 10 great ideas every single year, and I hammer them. I'm not looking at the market every day, every week, and being like, oh, I need to buy. No. I need to buy this. I need to do this. I need to do that. No. You know, do these things make sense to you guys? Like why I talk about markets in this way? Because it's like sometimes it's just like, it's like the garlic powder cake, or it's like the being at the back of the line. It's like you don't want to be chasing things, you know? The wheel, it's good. It's good. You just have to know what you're doing. Like if you buy something like Palantir and you're trying to wheel it, like you're gonna make less money, you know? Nvidia fading a little here. Market's dipping here. Let's see. Is there anything coming through the feed that's telling us what's going on here? Nope. Oh, Linda Yaccarino steps down as CEO of X. This probably has to do with what happened yesterday. But like, guy, you're gonna see so many crazy things on Twitter, on Instagram, on everywhere where people are talking about stocks, and it's just like, one, they probably don't know what they're talking about, and two, it's just like the hype train, you know? You got to be very, very, very careful with what you're doing in the market. The main reason, guys, why everybody's able to have so much success over a period of time in the private group is because they understand that very basic concept of keep it simple. We're not going to chase. We're going to enter at the points at which stocks are looking to make big moves, which is why every single short-term trade that I outlined for everybody has the potential to run multi-hundred and multi-thousand%. That's why. So market's pulling back up here. Let's see. Just make sure you're keeping it, so don't try and overcomplicate stuff. And think in probabilities. Like if a stock runs up 100%, you're going to see that and be like, oh, I think it's going to run up another 100%. And it's like, well, what is the actual percentage chance that happens? Kanye for C? I don't think Kanye is going to be CEO of X. Oh, you guys are, oh, I know it. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Ain't that slipping there? I think I gotta cut that one. You know? Garlic cake today? No. Yeah, I don't like how that looks. I don't like how that looks. Get me out. Give me my money back. Yep, done. No thanks. Right at break even on it. Darn. And this is the other thing that you guys will like start to realize too, like and this is another reason why it's like the way that we operate in the market is again, I think it's the best way. I think all these people running around trying to day trade the market are complete morons, but like you just don't have an edge. Like this trade probably like had the potential when it was running to run multi-hundreds and multi-thousand%. Why? Well, you have an epic daily setup here. You have a lot of room to the upside. Your the contract's covered earnings. We could have made them free, and then you hold a free position for earnings. Oh, okay. I took a break even. Okay. Well, what is something someone should buy right now? A membership to the LTMP group. That will help you way more than me just giving you some random nonsense in the market. Like, I get it. People are like, I need to do something right now, and it's like, it's going in one ear to you guys and out the other. So I have between 5 and 10 great ideas every single year, A+ high quality, amazing ideas, and then I tell everybody about them. Do you want quality or do you want quantity? And a lot of it's going to be garbage. I'd rather just buy quality. Only up 38% now for the month. There you go, Matt. There you go. See? So, yeah, now I'm out of everything except for that new shares trade. Yeah, like once you guys see it and you make that little switch. Let's see. Get the membership. Really? Best money spent for a lifetime skill? Master Alpha. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll throw the link to it in the live chat for you guys here. You make sure you use code July. That'll get you 50% off your first month. It's literally only $1 a day. And you get access to everything. All the full-length educational course curriculum videos, the daily private live streams, the pre-market plans, the full watch list of stocks and cryptos that are about to explode before they do. Macro research reports, single stock research reports, which is like those 5 and 10 really good ideas every single year. What else? The weekly market research reports. I should charge way more than I do. And prices are going to be going up as we get into the fall, but not for you guys that hop in before, obviously. But yeah, there's a link for you guys. Make sure you guys hop in and take advantage of that. It is the best place to come and learn to operate in the market. The results speak for themselves. You guys see the results in every YouTube video. We talk about it in all the streams. Yeah, disappointed that ANET could not get that follow through there. That had the potential to be a really fun one, but I'm always fine with taking a break-even trade. That's fun. Nothing gained, nothing lost. Now we look for the next one that has the potential to run multi-100 and multi-1,000%. That's how it works. And, oh my God, we're about to get into earnings season 2. I hope you guys are ready. It's going to be fun. Yeah, more news. TikTok's new app preparing to operate separately from rest of the world. What? Yeah, market's just leaking out here. What are yields doing? And then I want to check the dollar. All right, is money starting to flow back in? Sort of. I should pay way more than I do, but I appreciate your generosity. Yeah, no problem, guys. But yeah, the prices will be going up. And so you guys have had long enough to hop in at these low rates. And there goes Sofi moving down as expected. Where's Tesla today, actually? I want to take a look and see what that one's doing. Yeah, Tesla's one that I think a lot of people are asking about. It's just, that does not look good here. If Anduril IPOs, will it be a good buy? Do you want to be exit liquidity for institutions? I never buy IPOs. I don't think I will ever buy an IPO. I think what'll happen with Anduril's IPO is that it'll do a massive shark fin, and then maybe we'll look to buy it. Very similar to what we were looking at with Webull. You know, like at the right price, Anduril's a good buy. But I obviously need to see their financials and this. It's like, there's not enough information out there to do it. By me just saying, oh, Anduril would be a good buy at IPO would just be a silly statement, because I don't actually know. We don't know what price it's going to come out at, what valuation, what it's going to actually indicate at an open, what the numbers are, there's too many variables. BMNR. LTMP Group, do you guys think this is one that I would buy? Let's see. Let's ask the crowd. Is this a good buy? Like, I hope you guys realize that I'm not trying to sit here and, like, hate on your investments. It's just, like, you have to think differently in order to have success in the market. You just have to. This is not something that I would ever go near. BitMine Immersion Technologies. If you're bullish on Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. Right? Like, what does this actually do? Blockchain technology company. It engaged in industrial digital asset mining. Oh, it's a miner? Oh, boy. If you're bullish on Bitcoin, which I haven't looked at the chart today, but the way that it's been looking on the weekly has been looking really good. Oh, my God. Yeah, dude. Oh my God, this thing looks filthy to the upside. The weekly chart looks amazing. Bitcoin breaks, I think it's 110,650. You break that, you're probably getting a straight shot to 115, 120. LW, take a look at that. What is that? Lamb Weston Holdings, interesting. It looks horrific. If you can form a nice little base here, that would be interesting. But other than that, this is not something that you want to be touching here. You know? Like, this whole mentality of, like, buy the dip is just gonna, it's not smart. It's not a good way to operate in the market. Like, I'm trying to find a good, like, a base that we bought. Oh, Novo is a good example of a good base. Like, Novo we bought here. This is a great base. And so when you guys hop into the group, read the Novo research report and understand that I was talking about this here. I own this at 62.50. This is a good example of a like a base that I would buy. You know, I'm trying to think of another one. I mean, I gave out what? Hood in the teens, Palantir in the teens. Philip Morris at 95 was a really good one. Where is that now? 176. Jesus, with 5 dividends. So this was where I gave you guys Philip Morris. Market's still leaking here. But let's see. Wow, we are 6 likes away from being halfway to the 100 like goal today, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm kind of, with this week going into the rest of it with the market, I'm not really interested in any new positions. Like, there's a reason why the group is called Less Trades, More Profits. Like, if the market's going to chop around and do this stuff, it's like, give it time. You guys all know what happens when the market heats up. Big Bear AI. We talked about that a few weeks ago. Is this the one? Yeah, so this is cooked now. You don't want this here. But we were looking at this one at the end of June at this setup here. This break to the upside was one that I was like, well, I don't really like this name just because of how hyped it gets. But this little setup in here, I was a real big fan of. So I was like, if it breaks 439, I mean, you guys could take that. But now you would not want to touch it. So this is one on the stream that we talked about as being like one where it's like, yeah, it is one of those hyped up names, but for a short-term trade, it actually looks pretty good. So I know a decent amount of you guys actually got that one, and you would have run through all of the short-term targets. Like target one would have been like 520, move stops break even. Then you've got probably this right here, 787. What about PEP? PEP actually could be an interesting one. Now, the reason I don't, so a lot of things about Pepsi make sense right now. Like, you actually have an interesting chart setup here if it can hold the 10. You are going into earnings, which is, like, it's usually going to be a little funky with new positions going into earnings, just for me. I don't really like doing that. I'd like to see what the earnings are, get the most available information, and then take a position. Most up-to-date information. But the reason I don't really like Pepsi here, what's the yield on it, actually? 4? It's not bad. Like, even if you were to come back up to here, like, you're up, what, 20, 30%? Yeah, so Daily Taylor's still up 90% on BBAI. So like that's another one that the group was able to hit. And I mean, I talk about them sometimes on the streams with you guys here too. Like I handed you guys the Affirm trade for free, which was disgusting. But yeah, now we're just waiting for the market to chop around. If people want to get like skittish at all-time highs, that's fine. But this is exactly what we were talking about this morning on the stream, where I was like, we started ramping on this 15-minute candle, and I was like, I don't really like that. And the only thing that I kind of liked was AVGO, but again, it was an all-time high break, so I'm gonna go even smaller with it anyway. And then when we have like this potential for this to wick, and we were looking at, what was it? This level, or no, it was these levels right here, where I was like 63.15. In the market is going to be a very, very important level for us today to get above. What did we do? What's the high? 60. Missed it by a tick. So you tap that level and then it's just straight shot down. It's not that hard, guys. So, I mean, people in the, what do you call it? I mean, it does get a little weird sometimes. This is why everybody calls me a lizard, because we do talk about I do end up giving you guys top and bottom ticks of the market a lot. But it's not like I came out and was like, oh, this is going to be the top. This is me saying this is a very, very important level for the market to clear. If it can't, you're probably going to head down. How hard? I don't know. But we ended up getting a big move. So now we just have to wait and see what happens with those new tariff rates, which I don't think we've received yet. But having that idea behind us allows us to be like, okay, We have some good setups that are forming, but be extra careful with them because we have the potential for this market to get hammered at these levels here. You know, it's combining it all together. It's like step one when you guys hop in is understanding what the setup looks like. And then it's listening to the live streams every single day and like fine tuning and saying, okay, when are the actual times that the market's giving us the full green light to do things? And also, which are the actual sectors and names that we want to be in when the market is doing that? Like something that happens a lot is like you guys will send me setups like A-Rock this morning with some of those. Like, yeah, those are all great setups, but will I trade them? Probably not, just because they're not in the sectors that could get hot right now. Now, granted, it is July, and July is typically a month where the market, like seasonally, which I'm not a big fan of seasonality, but in this case, it is something to keep in mind where it's like, well, the market typically is green in July, but it's not, it's like the momentum stocks fade. So the money flies into the more value names, you know? So, I mean, maybe I could have held A-net there. It's just, why bother? Like, we've got earnings season coming up. We have Netflix next week. If we hit a Netflix, like, that'll be really fun. But yeah, for those of you guys hopping in, use code July. It's literally $1 a day right now. I mean, that sale's not going to last very long, but let's see. But again, your success in the market is directly correlated with how long you can sit there and do nothing. Like that question earlier where it's like, what stock should I buy now? It's like, yeah, I mean, if I had a really good one for everybody, I'd tell you. I still like Novo. I mean, I still think it's very undervalued where it is right now. What else? Philip Morris does kind of look like it's going to roll over. So those of you guys that have been in this one for a while, I mean, it's a decent time to start taking some profits off the table there. I mean, what? From down in here, you've got what? On just straight equity at 95. Where is this? So you're up what? 86% on equity with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dividend payments. That's pretty good, guys, in a year. Sofi yesterday had us up 3x in a year on that name. That was an awesome one. Let's see what else we got. TikTok preparing US app with separate code base and algorithm to operate independently. Some ByteDance staff to continue supporting US version on outsourced basis. So they don't want to sell. They're going to divest. That's interesting. Oh, wait, hold on. That's kind of the same thing. They're going to spin it off. You can't join the WAP. Ricky, I replied to your message yesterday. You got to reach out to WAP support. Once you are in the WAP, all you have to do is connect your Discord account to your WAP account, and then you get let right into the Discord. It's very simple. But if you're having trouble, reach out to the WAP support because I can't do anything for you. Yeah, welcome to all the new members. Take the time to understand what we're doing and take it slow, because when the market starts to give us the good setups, you're gonna want to be in them and know exactly what you're doing. But it's all about teaching you guys to do it yourselves. That's what it is. It's not, you guys don't be like, I don't want anybody like to being dependent on me where they're like, what do I do that here? It's like, no. It's always the same thing, you know? Yeah, no problem, Ricky. There's no way for me to help you on the back end, you know? Let's see here. Market's starting to come back up. I'm going to do another scan today, but really what I'm looking for is the market to chop around in this range for next week and then start to push. That's really what we're looking for. Palantir starting to move here. Hold up. It's just bouncing off that 10-minute. Yeah, if you flatline here, I'd actually be interested in a setup on that. But like with the way the market looks now, you got to be careful. Because it's the same thought process from when Palantir was in here. You want DraftKings? How's that look? No, not a setup. 3 ticks from the day trade entry and ES bounces. Well, that does happen sometimes with the retracement strategy. Was it really 3 ticks from this low? Yep, it does look like it was close. But yeah, I mean, we did talk about this level, that 63.15 today. NNE, isn't that nuclear? That's not a good looking chart. That looks like it wants to break down. If I were forced to take a trade on this, I would short it. Just based off of the chart here. That would be a short for me. Let's see here. What else we got going on? Where is the new fun one? Just chopping around. Yeah, disappointed in this one. I mean, I'm fine at taking it at break even, but like, I want something, you know? Skyworks setting up? Is it again? Yep. Oh, yep. Jackie. Cut. Yeah, I'm out of everything. ANET, I'm out of. AVGO, I'm out of. Jackie. Skyworks. Yeah, I love that. Last one was here. That was a really good one. I mean, I can see where they are now, but they just didn't make any sense to hold. Where's AVGO? No. No, good setup, couldn't fall through. But remember, what we were talking about in the morning, it's like market going vertical and you have all-time highs on that. You have to be extra careful with that one. That's why I was like, I'm fine with doing it, but I'm going to get small, really small size in a lot less time. Because if AVGO were to have followed through, that would have been 1,000%er. So you don't need very much money in it for it to go nuts. But as soon as it starts to fade and show signs that it's not going to reclaim important psychological levels, just cut it. That is another thing too. It's like you never want to get married to any one of these setups. Ever. Investment, trade, anything. Never get married to them. Kind of like IBM. Yeah, here is the other thing too. We do see this. So remember last year, guys, we had probably 2 or 3 instances of this where you'd have really great setups at the highs that get wicked. Remember? What is that a sign of in the market? Well, it's buyer exhaustion, but it's also that overall markets could probably pull back a little. Now, with the market where it is right now, just like breaking the highs and consolidating, I think it's just kind of just due to the fact that the market's not getting follow through. Like if the market followed through here and just slowly grinded up today, like yeah, those would have been killers. But you do have to be aware of, okay, you are seeing breakouts and they're getting sold into at the highs. So really what we need to start focusing in on more is getting ourselves ready for earnings season. Because those are the breaks that could really follow through for us, you know? But yeah, make sure you guys keep smacking that like button on the way in. We are over halfway there to the 100 like goal today. We're going to get it one of these days, guys, on the public streams here. Out of Newsmax? No, why would I be out of Newsmax? I like Skyworks, though. I mean, this has got a lot of meat on the bone if it continues going here. It's a semi, though. That's the problem. The semis look really good. They just are getting sold into. You know? Like, where's SMH right now? Yeah, it's not good. That's not good. John, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, that's not a good looking chart on the semiconductor ETF. You don't have high volume yet, but a Tilray? We could look at some of the weed stocks. No, you don't. Okay, so there's two instances. So where if we were looking at this, we would have been looking at this period of consolidation and the break of this high, or if we were late on it, we might have looked at this, but now you are not chasing it. You are at the back of the line on that one. Because think about it, if we were if the Less Trades More Profits group was looking at this, where would the entry be, and would they be buying or selling up here? Well, they'd be selling into you while you're buying, and who do you think is going to win that battle? Do you think I am, or do you think chasing's going to win the battle? You know, where's ACB? Are we seeing? Oh, that actually looks interesting here. We've done some disgusting things on this ticker in the past. You guys remember this one last year? This was dirty. This was filthy. That ACB move, the 1 to 14 risk to reward. Oh my God, that was fun. It's actually starting to do it again. What's another one? CGC is another one. That actually doesn't look terrible here. All right, we could keep these on the radar, guys. It is kind of, it's, the weed stocks are like Tesla. It's like once or twice a year they'll fire, and we just got to be there for them because they're real big, fun trades. You know? We've done it a few times. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, make sure you guys are taking advantage of that sale for the Less Trades More Profits group, guys. It's literally $1 a day, and you guys get the. I think there's the most value in there than any place. You guys want to like actually learn how to take advantage of these moves. That's the place to be. So I'll throw the link in the live chat here for you guys again. Make sure you guys use code July, and that'll get you guys in there with us. I mean, it's very, very highly reviewed for a reason. For some of you guys, it might take a little bit to break some of your bad habits, but the beauty of how it's set up and what we do, it's like it's almost like those bad habits don't even come into play, which is great. KSS is interesting. Ooh, yeah. I'd be fine with taking some share trades in this environment, man. I mean, that's probably a good weekly base. Yeah, I really like that. When's earnings? 18th? All right. Yeah, that's enough time. Yeah, Reaper. Great call there. And that's the beauty of this, too, is it's like I'm going to be able to find probably like 85% of all of the great setups out there in the market. But the beauty of it is that you guys all know what to look for, too. Like you always say, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Exactly. Like most people, when they come in, they're like, why wasn't I doing this all along? And I'm like, I don't know. It's shocking to me that more people don't trade like this. It's like the most simple and most effective way to do it. I don't know. People fall into that nonsense social media trap, and it's just they can't get out of it. So that's the weekly break here on Kohl's. I'd actually like that on the weekly. That does look good. So market's still pushing down. Let's see. This is a good stream today. I like this. We're having fun. Yeah, and then probably this week or next weekend, I'm gonna, in the announcements channel, I'm just gonna like repost the post earnings video, so that you guys are ready for, like, that everybody can see it again. Those, you guys should brush up on it. Like, it's, you gotta get ready for earnings. Too many people claiming day trading is the way to go. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. I mean, they don't, the prop firms, guys, don't allow you to swing trade for a reason. It's because it's way easier to make money. Yeah, exactly, Josie. Like, do you guys realize what would happen to a prop firm if they allowed us to swing trade stocks the way that we do? Like, imagine I just sent you guys out there for like a month when the market's hot. What would happen to them? They'd be bankrupt. They'd have no money anymore. It would be impossible for them to make money. They can make money off of the day traders though, because like they're not making any money. They don't have an edge, not a repeatable approach to the market that they're able to replicate over time, you know? Thoughts on YOLOing 0 DTE options? I probably wouldn't do that, you know? Plus, when you get a big win, you get that confirmation bias effect. Hard to break those kinds of habits. Oh, if you do something wrong? Yes. How does it look on the weekly, actually? Yeah, the weekly on DraftKings is starting to look good. So it's very possible, guys, that I start to avoid the all-time high breakouts, and I get more picky, especially as we get into earnings season, because we're going to be so busy with those that it's like I'd almost rather just take those trades and sling them and just wait for the market to do what it wants to do. Because once we get into the thick of it in like late July and August, it gets a little funky. Just because like you have to be aware when you're swinging, you have to be aware of not only when that company is reporting, but also all their sympathies. So like when if we're looking at Nvidia, we have to be worried about AMD, Micron, Skyward, all the other semis too. AVGO, you know. So earnings season gets a little funky, but it's just some slight adjustments that you got to make. But I am very excited for it. It's going to be fun. The last three guys were what? DG, 750%, Zscaler, 850%, and Oracle, 1200%. Well, 1500%. It was the peak, but I sold the rest of them at 1200%. How many of those do you think you need to crush it? And the best thing is that if you nail one of those, let's say that the Oracle one on average, like averaged out to like a 600% trade. That means that if you just want to go back to break even, the next 6 trades that you take have to go to 0. What are the odds of that happening? Not a whole lot. That's why it works so well, because we can go through periods where the market's chopping and it doesn't matter. That's why I say the outcome of one individual trade is meaningless to me. Because as long as we don't get gapped with size, you're gonna be perfectly fine. Intraday trading futures at this point, still learning options. When you get the hang of it, you're gonna make way more swinging. It also depends though, that like if you're using props, well obviously you're gonna make more money. But what's more consistent and more repeatable? It's swing trading. Feels great holding a free runner into earnings. Yeah. Well, that's what, that wasn't Datadog, but Datadog was the 8,000%er recently that you guys were able to hit. This was the entry right here, this purple line, and you guys, some of you just held this one, gets added to the S&P, boom, 8,000%. Facebook looking nice today. Did that hold? Oh, it did. Wow. Yeah, that was another one that we were looking at there too. Pretty sure this is still my number one holding, which is nice. I want to see Facebook go to 1,000. I think it can. I mean, their CapEx is going to be pretty high, and especially with the fact that they're hiring these OpenAI researchers for ungodly amounts of money. It's like, what are we doing here, guys? You know. But yeah, market I would say not going to do anything else for the rest of the day here unless we see, we just had a really positive talk with a big country like a Japan or South Korea. And I don't think we've gotten the other tariff rates yet. I mean, they said this morning. Oh, what do we have for Nikki leaks? At a meeting with investors last month, Treasury Scott Bessent lamented Fed Chair Jay Powell's caution on rates after having misjudged inflation as transitory in 2021. Attendees said Bessent compared the Fed chair to an old man who, having hurt himself after a bad fall, was now more likely to fall again because he's always looking down at his feet when he takes a step. Wow, Bessent. That was harsh. That was harsh, Scotty. Yeah, I like how this looks. Scotty coming out with the big guns, man. We actually might do it today on the like button. I think we might. I mean, we're what? 37 away on the like button? I think we can do it. Once we hit the 100 like goal, it goes up. We keep moving the goalposts. Yeah, Pepsi's got a hold. Where are the other names? Palantir. That actually looks good here. That's looking real solid here to get back to the highs. Sofi, not so much. I mean, it's okay. I think it's going to have some volatility. But again, it's also a name that like whenever you guys hear me talk about something, it's always in terms of probabilities. When you see a stock rip like this and then have a big candle like this with a wick, 9 times out of 10, it's going to trade lower over the next month and a half, 2 months. Is that a guarantee? No. It's just looking at the market from probabilities. That's why, like, when I outlined this level for you guys today, there was actually 2 that I was looking at in the pre-market. There was this one, which we broke, and that's when you started to ramp. This one we didn't really talk about, I don't think. This is just me looking at it in the pre-market. But then there was this one, 63.15. So it ended up being the top tick, but... Oh, wait, did you guys get triggered? I think so. Hold on. Yep. Yeah, there you go. Amazon, not a fan. I mean, I could look at it today. How's it look? It's not bad. I just don't like the prime stuff with it. Like those numbers that came out yesterday were not good. If you're reading the chat but did not like, what are you doing? John, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'd probably leave this one alone. Like this right here. Amazon's 4-day Prime Day saw 14% sales drop in the first 4 hours compared to last year, causing shares to fall over 1%. Analysts expect gross merchandise value to exceed $21 billion. So if the first 4 hours were sales drop of 14%, that's probably not great. And you're going to get some more data about that over the next few days, which could easily cause Amazon to trade lower. And it affected a lot of other things too, like Affirm and PayPal, or some of the other names. Walmart got affected by it. Yeah, I think you guys are in on this one now, if you wanted it, right? 77.25 to what? 76? Yeah, that triggered in. That one's actually looking good here. I'm not going to draw it out, but I would assume the stop is like right here. Or here? What was that trade? You probably bottom ticked there. Or got really close to it there. So you got to go halfway up, which is probably, I don't know, right here. 62.96. Hims. Hims. All right. So give this one a week. But this would actually be something that I'd be open to trading. So remember, from a long-term perspective, the last time that it was the smart decision to buy Hims was when I was outlining this for everybody at 30 to 31. Up in here, everybody was asking me, should I buy it? Should I buy it? Should I buy it? No, it's up 100% in a month. Don't ever do that. Then you got the big gap down. You were still way green on this entry that I gave out. Now, though, we're going to shift to short term and looking at this for a potential trade. If you can continue consolidating on top of this 10 and then you break to the upside, it could have a lot of juice to the upside back to 64, especially if it gets some good news. So this is one that's on my radar. It's not something that I would really go for right now. And honestly, I mean, it's not the worst spot in the world to start dipping your toe in. It's not the worst. It's not the best. The best was obviously when I was talking about this at 30 to 31. But if I were to pick another spot, it was kind of if it came down and consolidated at the 200. It didn't. Now it's like, all right, you've kind of gotten out of the woods with this one. Which this candle right here was starting to tell me that. I was like, This one could start to get a little interesting here. Where's my baby? AMD. How's that doing today? It's all right. It's all right. Nothing crazy. Market's starting to push back up here. Does that make sense, Paul? Ooh, I am sore yesterday, man. From yesterday. Oof. Oh, man. I feel like in like 10 years, my body's just going to fall apart. Too much physical contact, you know? Facebook, though. I mean, that's the gem of the day there. That's the gem of the day. Anybody grab that one? Because I'm pretty sure we talked about this on the public stream too. This Facebook move. Above 728. How old am I? 26. CSGP. It's all right. It's a little wiki. It started in your 40s. Yeah, but also, like, I mean, I played tackle football since, like, the 2nd grade, and I do a lot of combat sports. So, well, I used to. I started back up again this year. Now I do it a lot again. Which now my body just constantly hurts. Thanks. No problem, Paul. It's going to be really fun. When I start being able to tell you guys what I'm about to do next. Oh, some of you guys actually might be able to get involved with it too. Maybe. I don't know. I got to figure out the rules. Market bouncing here. What do we got on the feed? Or is this just bouncing at the perfect level for you guys that are trading the day trading mastery course strategy, which I think it is. I mean, I'll draw it quick, but oh, to the tick. You're welcome. You're welcome for the bottom tick, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome. You're welcome. Who said it before? Who said it? They missed it by 3 ticks and then you got it? Rogue? Yeah, there you go. Ricky! There we go, man. Welcome to the group, man. Yeah, welcome to all you guys. You guys are making the right choice by hopping in there with us. And again, I make it very, very easy for you guys to hop in there. Like, 50% off your first month. Come in, learn. Yep, there it is. What was the level that you had to get to? Rogue, what's the level if you're still here? I'm not going to draw it again, but that's where it was. So that's, all right, what is that? A bottom and a top tick so far today? Oh, no. I have no idea what I'm doing. No clue. Elon Musk thanks Linda Yaccarino for her contribution to X. Yeah, somebody. I think they were getting a little. Something happened yesterday. Grok was going a little haywire. 276.50. No. I was thinking about upside level. I know it was right around there on the downside level. I was wondering what the first TP is. I think it's 98.75, something like that. I think it's there. I don't know. It's whatever 50% is. But yeah, those are good. That strategy, I hated. It was so silly talking about it sometimes too, because it didn't have losing months, and I was like, I can't say that. Like, it just like it could have one, but that strategy's wild too. 95.75. All right, that'd be cool if that were to hit. $96 TP1. Yeah, so it's like right here. How does the VIX look? I don't really look at it, man, but I can tell you it's probably breaking down still. Yeah. Again, I think we were talking about this last week with UVXY, This isn't a trade, but this is an interesting spot that if you want to pick up cheap insurance for your portfolio, it's not to say that this cannot come down very significantly from here, but this is not the worst spot in the world if you want some insurance, which it's not insurance. It is, but it isn't. It's weird. You're longing vol. I'm not doing that though. Jesse, you're going crazy over there, man. You're going crazy over there. Jimmy, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, I'm having fun tonight. Guys, we're 31 likes away from 100 on the stream. We might hit it today. We might. You never know. Yeah, it's good to see all you guys back in here. Remember, I do these streams every day for you guys at 10:30. On Fridays, it's earlier. It's 9:15 because that's our big public live day. Next Wednesday, though, I won't be able to stream. I might be able to stream Thursday. You're running out of stocks to swing. Yeah, I mean, it's going to get it. I want to see this market flatline a little bit, and I'm really just looking for next week now. Seeing what happens. And then getting good setups there. I'm probably, guys, going to start avoiding the all-time high breakouts. Like, if I see stocks at the highs, I'm probably going to leave them alone. Because, like, that's a couple times that's happened with IBM and AVGO. It's like, you're starting to see that trend that we see sometimes where they just, like, it. Obviously, like, the market was looking great today, so I was like, it's fine. But you got to be careful with them. It still looks good. I mean, you're up 0.3%. Sofi, what's a good price for an entry? Not anytime soon. $12. How about that? 12. 12's a good entry spot for Sofi. You missed it. It's over. No more Sofi. You know? I don't do that. Like, like people will be like, oh, it's a good time to buy Palantir at this. It's like, yeah, but like if I own Sofi at 655 and it's at 20, unless it comes way down, I'm not buying more. You know? I'll find another one for you guys though if you really want one. I'll find some more. I'll give you guys another Philip Morris or Hood or Palantir or Sofi. I think this is going to be a real good one, though, for the mid to long term. It just doesn't, like, off of this, like, parabolic move. Especially before earnings, I'd be a little cautious. You know, just be a little cautious with it. Yeah, you're sitting pretty on that move here. So far, you got a nice... The risk, though, is that the tariff rates come out and then it just goes bloop. For a first-time buyer, should we forget Sofi existed? For right now, yeah. Hims actually isn't at a bad spot if you want to go for that one. What's my target on target? Guys, this is... you guys are crackheads. What's it at? It's actually setting up here. I don't want it still. It's not for me. It's like asking too, like, do you want to buy Palantir up here? It's like, no, I don't. What did I say on it? Sub 60, I think, was where I would have gotten interested in it, but I don't think it's getting back there. Because the problem is, the problem that comes with buying stocks after they rip is this. Right here. How bullish is bull? Where is that actually? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't touch this here. This was the trade outline that I gave for everybody. So the entry was 1176. The plan with this was once it hits the 200 EMA on the daily here, you move stops to break even. So that happened day 2. First target was, what was this, 1424. So that first target hit on that day. Then it was moved stops up to the 200, which then hit a few days later. You could have taken profits up at 15 as well. I did outline that level on Twitter, but I would not be looking at touching this thing now. So this one's played out. But this is a good example, guys. So what I do for everybody in the group is I find stocks that are about to explode before they do. Now, this was just a trade. But this was one of the most recent shares trades that I outlined for everybody. That was a good one. This one only made sense to be a shares trade. So the short answer would be it's not bullish, is what I would say. This doesn't look bad. How bearish is Big Bear? If you want to, well, this is another one. Asus, I think you were on the streams back a couple weeks ago when we were talking about this setup here. This is done. There's nothing to do on it. I wouldn't say this is bearish or bullish right now. I'd say it's in a period of consolidation. People forget a lot of the time that there's also the opportunity to just not touch it and just stay in cash and just wait for those good setups. Like, this was one that when we talked about this, I was like, this is just another hype AI name. But at the same time, it was like there was a decent setup here on this break of 440. And so Daily Taylor grabbed it. I know a lot of you guys, a lot of other you guys grabbed it too. That was a good one. You would have run through all the targets. Now you can just sit in that thing for free. But right now, I would say you don't touch this one. That yesterday's candle is not good. Yes, I was. There you go. Hood going up? Where is Hood? Ooh, that's a nasty looking setup, but I'm probably going to be avoiding these all-time high breaks. They're just choppy now. You're getting to that point in like the cycle of like where the market trades where like the all-time high breaks become a little choppy. So like something like DraftKings, if it were to continue to set up, or some of the other names like Skyworks that have a lot more meat on the bone up to the highs, those are going to be the ones that I'm going to be a lot more interested in. But also at the same time, it's like the main reason why you're seeing these all-time high breaks like sold into this week is because the market is just kind of flatlining. You're not seeing any additional buying pressure coming in yet. So Hood could be one that we look for a short-term fun one, but it would not. Any of those, the all-time high breaks, are going to be small size. TTD. You keep asking me about this one. What's it doing? Looks fine still. Just right around that entry point. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know? Same thing as always. ZG? Zillow. Yeah, that was a good one too. That's a good one. Yeah, you're just kind of chopping here. Depending on what happens in the news feed over the next few minutes, I mean, you might get up to... You're not that far away. For that first take profit there on the day trade for you guys. Well, I don't think anybody shorted this level this morning, the 63.15. But we did say, remember, when we were looking at this, I was like, I don't like this candle. That's not a good candle. Should we wait for a correction on SPY for any major buy? The thing that you want to do with the indexes or ETFs is just like analyze your current financial situation and say, this is how much I want to invest every week or every month, and then you just automate it. That's the smartest thing to do for 99% of people. You just dollar cost average into the indexes and ETFs. I think dollar cost averaging into individual names is really stupid, but I think at dollar cost averaging into the ETFs, like the market tracking ETFs, is a smart decision to do for most people. Uh-oh. Oh, you took the short on MNQ? Nice. Off of that level? Nice. Oh yeah, you know, also Wayne brought this one up too. Where's Coin at? It's coming. Yeah, Wayne brought this one up yesterday. I actually like this one with the Bitcoin move. Oh, it's a freaking all-time high or 52-week high. Let's check the premiums on the. When's earnings? Yeah, you'd have to cover it. Oh, here come the tariffs. That's what it is. 25% on Moldova. Hold on. We're about to get them. What's this level? 68.90. I typed that in wrong. What is that? 30% tariff on Iraq. Did we do any trading with Iraq? What? Do we do any business with Iraq? It's interesting. Yeah, I'll take a look at it in a second. I'm hunting. I'm trying to see where I want to go on coin if I do it. All right. I like that. Algeria gets a 30% tariff. Let's see. They're coming through the feed now, guys. Market data releases. It's not. It's like it's in the economic data section. Oh wait, I don't think you guys have them anymore. Yeah, I gotta re-release the mastermind. I don't think anybody has access to the mastermind now. Saffron? Ooh, interesting. Maybe oil. Yeah, I don't think we're buying that much oil from Iraq. Oh, Iran, you're saying. Yeah. Market's turning up here off of this. Am I gonna be disappointed in this? Are you effing kidding me right now? Dude, what are they doing with these tickers? Are you serious right now on ANET? Really, dude? Really? Really? You're gonna form the most horrific daily candle of all time? Nothing on the major outlets? Yeah, that's why you don't use them. Follow Fast Stock News and Walter Bloomberg on Twitter. Dude, they're pissing me off with a little of these. With some of these here. Like, you can't rip it up to almost 106, take it down to 104, and expect me to just hold that. The moves here are just not clean. So, like, I took break even on it, but, like, that's a bit annoying. If anybody's still in it, good for you. I mean, that looks good. That happened on a firm this week, too. I was not expecting this to be up where it is here. Jeez, man. That's disappointing. I do like this, though. Any rate trade ideas? No. No, there's nothing. TTD, yeah. ANET, that's a bit annoying, not gonna lie. Because this had a lot of potential, looked like an awesome chart, and then just faded and ripped. Like, look at this. You look at this on the 5 minute, you're gonna be like, what the hell is going on? Up, knifes, and then rips. It's like, that's unfortunate. I'll take the break even though, I guess. Wait for a better setup. Which could be coin. With the way Bitcoin looks, like, I'm pretty interested in that. Let's see. Yeah, they're just, the moves just aren't clean. Yeah, right back up. That sucks. Those are moving weird, though. Because, like, look at where Bitcoin is. This looks disgustingly good. We've done this on coin a few times. It's about $1 away, I think. Nope, a little further than that. Here comes the market pushing. Let's see. Oh, ANET, you're gonna give me nightmares, dude. That's just rude. That was so rude of them. You couldn't have just held a little bit. You had to come back all the way down. Here comes the market. This could get interesting. Yeah, I mean, this looks, oh man, like that's this, and then the weekly, dude, look at this thing. This thing is just coiled and ready to go. Yeah, getting a little action. If you break this candle high, 92, you guys probably shoot up to your TP1 on that day trade. Dude, freaking ANET. I can't believe that. I mean, those were up like 25%, which they should have been up more. This looks pretty dirty too, along with Bitcoin, which Hood could also get a bid on that too. And here comes the market. They're breaking that high. Yeah, so the true break level on coin is 368.71. So you're about $2 away. But it looks really filthy here. Especially with Bitcoin. But it's going to move more with Bitcoin, I think, than the market. But if the market starts ripping, it'll get some help. Oh, wow, we went overtime today, guys. A little bit. All right, guys, so we're going to wrap it up for today. I'm going to throw the link for you guys to be able to hop into the group in the live chat right now. For those of you guys that missed it, make sure that when you guys hop in, use code JULY so that you guys get 50% off your first month and you can hop in for $1 a day. Again, you guys get all of the educational course curriculum videos, the daily private live streams at market open. Well, 15 minutes before market open, then we go to around 10:05. The pre-market plans, the full watch list of stocks and cryptos that are about to explode before they do, macro research reports, single stock research reports, everything, and direct access to me to answer all of your questions all the time. But the one thing though, don't ever message me on Discord. I won't answer. If you need to, if for some reason you need to message me, just like send it on Instagram or Twitter. Mainly Twitter. I'll probably see it there first. But all right, guys. Very interesting day so far. Fucking ANET, dude. I can't believe that. That's annoying. That's annoying. It is what it is, though. I'm fine with taking a break even. So, all right, folks. Hit that like button on the way out. I might be able to get a YouTube video out for you guys today, too, which would be nice. Other than that, you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow at 10:30. Make sure you guys have notifications on. Peace.